Everybody, welcome. This is The Catch with Yogi and Curtis. The show is about to start now. Ooh, that's the wrong one.
I know you're scared. Yeah, I do too. If I were you. I know you're scared. I do too. If I were you. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. I'm Yogi. This is my man Curtis. How you doing tonight, Curtis?
I am, well, I could be in a better mood, after the loss, but I am absolutely stoked to be part of this network. I want to thank you guys for having me, and I'm really excited to do my first show. So,
Heck yeah. Hey, what up, Skull Mafia?
What up,
a
Skull
day.
Mafia?
Yes. Welcome. Hey, we got Manna in the building. Man up. What up, Skull for Life Barber 1975? What's up?
1975, that's a great year. See, your greatness came into the world.
Oh, hold on. I got the other. There we go. I had the another channels on in the background. Hey, what up, D Woods? Oh, I know you got some stuff to say tonight, but yeah, we're gonna get into it. But first, how was your weekend? What do you want to talk about first, Curtis? We'll give you the floor. What's on your mind?
A lot. So first of all, disappointed in the loss. I feel that this is one that they had to have, especially with the next couple games coming up, especially with the Thursday night, game. We all know, not just Kirko, but the Vikings in general suffer on Thursday nights, and it's the team that waxed them last year. I know year to year is different, but I feel this is one that they had to have, especially playing the Bucs and Baker Mayfield. So the Vikings seem to make bad quarterbacks look like Hall of Famers, and today was one of those days.
Yes. But let's start off with something positive.
Sure, JJ.
JJ, man, that little man, he had the week. Now, are we talking about little JJ or tall JJ?
Either or, they both had a fantastic weekend.
Yes, it was a blast meeting JJ, his mom, everybody in Purple and Skull Media. I got to meet Dave, Rap, Justin. Well, I met Justin prior, but SK, man, we had the GG boys, man. Johnny NFL, he's in the building. Luff, Zed, got to meet a lot of the people. Skull Mafia, Too Evil to Hope was there. Sodak Kid was there. Skull for Life was in there. Funny story. So Skull for Life. So on Friday we went to the Friday feast, and we were at our table, and he like walked behind us, and he was all Skull for Life. And we just thought it was someone saying Skull for Life. And so we said Skull for Life back. He's all, no, it's me, Skull for Life. And we're like, oh, Skull for Life. Yeah. So yeah, it was an awesome experience. But yeah, JJ had a good time. It was fun all around. Man, they had my old ass tired though. Man, Saturday I was up at 7 a.m. until something, like midnight at night. I was like, after Skullfest, AJ showed up from Green Bay, and he was all, so what's the move afterwards? I was like, man, my old ass needs to get home and get to bed.
That's why I sent Justin a message earlier. I'm like, what's up with Yogi? I haven't heard nothing. He's like, man, he was run ragged. I don't know if you guys are gonna do your show.
Yeah.
I don't
was,
sleep much anyway, so like, I got a like I get up at 7:30 to go to work, but I don't go to bed at like 3 because for some reason I've never been a long sleeper. I can operate on 4.5, 5 hours with the sleep. So, but the older you get, the harder it is to do things. So it's
yes,
yeah.
yes.
We all can't be young and run around like JJ. Jeez, man. It's like, dude, stop posting. I can't keep up watching your video.
Yeah, it is, man. Well, let's bring up the running backs. How you feel
Okay.
about Alexander Madison?
I think they proved they don't need Cook. Yeah, between him and Montgomery, I think Ty Montgomery, right? Yeah. His last name I always
Chandler?
Chandler, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I think they proved that they don't need Cook. I think that touchdown that Madison had, I don't think Cook would have had that. The tackles that he broke, because one thing Cook does have a little bit of power. He's more of a speed back.
Right.
Madison definitely has more power than he does. So
Yeah, he was running the rock. I think our run game was nice and solid. This
KOC needs to run more.
yeah.
I mean, we had 43 yards and how many 17 carries? Was that?
And maybe not throw so many tight end screens. I mean, did he open up his playbook and only see tight end screen?
Well, a couple of those he had to. Kirk was getting killed, but a couple of those he had to call. But yeah, when Kirk had time, he was still calling the screens.
Yeah. Oh my! Just everybody in the stands. Every time a tight end screen was thrown, we were just like, "What the hell is going on?" And everybody was just shaking their head. It was.
Yeah, I haven't had the pleasure of going to a Vikings home game yet in the new stadium. I went to the dump plenty of times, but the new one I haven't had the pleasure of going to. Someone said it's not as loud as what the dome used to be.
It gets pretty loud in there. I don't remember how loud it was in the dome, but man, it was getting pretty loud today.
Today, sorry, my light is going crazy. Did they hand out? Because I know when you went to the dome, they hand out earplugs when you walked in. Did they still do the same thing?
I don't think so. They might,
Yeah.
but I never pay attention to.
Yeah. I think Madison had that nice catch. The one so obviously he can catch coming out of the backfield.
Yes.
That one catch that Kirk threw him, I don't know if Kirk thought it was a receiver, but I don't think there's any running back unless you're. I don't even think Damian Tomlinson can make that catch as a running back. That's a wide receiver catch right there.
Yeah.
But no, I'm happy with the run game. I don't think they need Dalvin Cook. I was kind of upset when they got rid of Dalvin. I'm like, I thought they could have had Dalvin for $8-9 million, but that's just a Viking fan of me. I think you get a player on the team, you like them, you always want them to be a Viking for their whole career, But yeah, I don't think I actually like Alexander Madison. I liked him in college. I like the fact that they drafted him, and I'm glad he finally has a shot. So
yeah, he was rocking it, and I don't know, it was weird. It seemed to me that the offense opened up more when Chandler was in there. Just the productivity and the movement of the ball. I don't know. It seemed like things were clicking more when Chandler was out there than when he was not. How do you feel about that?
was that more of the Vikings were actually getting a rhythm because they didn't play all preseason?
Man.
There's a stat out there. I can't remember what it is. Last year when the Vikings and Green Bay played, everybody's like, well, the Vikings didn't play their starters last year. Well, neither did Green Bay. There's a stat out there that when teams that don't play their starters at all, their first week record is abysmal. It's like 3-30 or something like that. And even if your starters play at least one series, the win percentage goes up like 15 percentage points.
Yeah. It was it was not a good.
Yeah. No.
That upset me a lot that they didn't play any of the starters. I don't
Well,
get
except
it.
for Ingram, but
Well, yeah.
he's.
Hey,
We'll get on him. We'll talk about him later.
Okay, I was gonna say, hey, you brought him up.
But yeah, I think whether it's a second game, I don't think they should play in the first game, but either whether the second game or the third game, at least get him in for at least a series, just to knock the rust off, because practice. I mean, there's really no contact or anything in practice,
Right.
So just let them because Kirk was rusty. He was missing high. When does he ever miss high?
Yeah.
He always when he misses, it's either low or slightly behind. It's never high.
And
And
some of those catches, JJ had to like get up
yeah,
there and snag them and pull them down. So yeah,
yeah.
he was getting a little high on a lot of passes.
But I'm excited for Ty Chandler. I think he's gonna do great things for this offense. I think it's a great 1-2 because they're totally different backs.
Yes. Ooh. See here. Well, let's go ahead and get into that now. So first quarter, Bradbury goes down. I believe it was his back.
His back again.
Schlottman comes in, wasn't playing that bad.
No.
Now, everybody in the stands was like, "Oh, here we go, great, here we go." Was it Darisaw ankle?
Darisaw hurt his ankle. Yep.
Yep. So now Udo's in the game. How do we feel about our offensive line going forward?
When they said Darisaw was hurt and he was questionable to return, I'm like, oh no. But then I'm like, well, the Buccaneers really don't have anybody on the outside who scares me. So I don't think it's that bad, but Odie he's not the best backup, I think that Vikings are definitely better at a backup. But luckily for us, Darisaw came back in. I'm not going to give Schlottman any, I'm not going to say he's back because he wasn't planning on playing that game, and he had to come in, and he was facing a monster. Yeah. Vita Vea is fast. He's huge. I mean, he's 6'4", 349. He runs like a 4.6. He's an alien. He ran down one of our receivers on a pass. Yeah. I mean, that's unreal for a guy to be that big and that fast. So I'm not going to give Schlottman any slack at all. I think he did a good job. Ingram, on the other hand, they have an issue. They have got to fix that right guard position because Brian. Everybody says Brian O'Neill had a bad game. Well, Brian O'Neill's too busy covering his guy and Ingram's guy.
Right.
Ingram is going to get Cousins killed, and even though there's a lot of people out there who do not like Kirk Cousins, this is a 2 to 3 win team without him.
Yes.
So, which might be, some people might be happy about that. I don't know, but
yeah, it.
But because people are saying, oh, they need to call Reiser. Well, even if they call Reiser 5 minutes ago, he's not going to be ready Thursday night.
Exactly.
So I don't know what the answer is. I just know it's not Ingram.
Man,
which is sad because watching his interviews and them talking, he sounds like a really awesome, nice guy, but NFL is not for everybody.
Now, special teams, Mr. Najee, man, he was getting he missed one. He got down there, but missed the tackle. But to me, the dude's killing it. I mean,
oh yeah,
he's just a special team special.
I mean, you're running so fast that you are going to miss tackles. Well, the guy that used to have a really fast receiver, he used to be the special team ace. He'd get down there all the time, but he'd miss all the tackles. At least Najee makes a tackle.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that. Yeah, it's because I don't know if people actually on TV you really can't see it, but in the stands you can kind of see it. But if you ever get sideline passes and get to watch the game from the sidelines, I don't think people realize how fast these dudes run,
Right.
especially on special teams, and to make contact when you're running that fast is just, as me, who's a fat lineman, I can't.
I'm
You used to do
surprised.
that lineman run in the practice. And
Oh
coach would be
yeah.
like, don't do that lineman run. You're just like,
I was surprised they weren't doubling them. I mean, if teams aren't going to double them and let them get down there, that's on them, because he's going to continue to get down there and make plays, and I'm all for it.
Well, I think because you got Naylor on the other side.
Yeah.
So
he made a great run down there, tackle too. So
and with how fast Najee is, Naylor's even faster.
Yeah.
So I think teams are more worried about him. Yeah, SKOL'd. Naylor was really well. He was very good today. He made an awesome. I'm surprised the guy didn't fair catch that.
Yeah.
With Naylor right there. I mean, that could have been. That could have been a turnover. But hey, the Vikings don't get turnovers.
Right. Man, speaking of turnovers, since you brought it up, okay, so we had what, 3 turnovers?
4, I think.
4. Now, the one in the end zone or in the red zone where it just the ball just got ripped from KJ Osborne's hand.
Yep.
So I'm not going to put that on Kirk Cousins as much as the world would want to. I'm not going to put that one on Kirk Cousins. How you feel about that?
No. I've been accused of being a Kirk Cousins apologist. I'm not really a Kirk Cousins apologist. I just don't think he's as bad as everybody says he is. He is not a top 10. I wouldn't say he's a top 7, top 8 quarterback. There are quarterbacks in the league that are definitely better than him. Like you watch Patrick Mahomes, you watch Kirk Cousins, you can see there is a difference there. But I think he just gets, if maybe it's part of the position, I don't know. I think he gets way, way too much blame for Vikings stuff that happened. Like last year on the 4th and 8, when he threw to TJ Hawkinson, could he have thrown the ball up to JJ? Maybe, but Kevin O'Connor says that he called a bad play. Everything about that play was bad.
Yeah.
The protection was bad. JJ was triple covered, and he was, Curdy even said after the game, he was hoping TJ would make a miss on that play. So, I mean, could he made a better decision? Yes, but that happens. All quarterbacks make back decisions, but I'm not going to sit here and blame Kirk for everything that happens. I mean, he's right where he needs to be. He's a top 15 quarterback. Top 15 quarterbacks need help in certain situations.
Right.
He's not getting that help for some reason. The Vikings refuse to help with the interior line, which was another turnover with Ed Ingram knocking the ball out of his hand.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's 2 turnovers right there that you could say. I mean, could have Kirk made a better pass on the pass to Osborne? Obviously. But as a receiver, you have to catch that ball. You can't let a undrafted free agent rookie rip that ball out of your hand.
I mean, if it's in your gut and you got it,
yeah.
When they put it on the jumbo screen, that defensive back just wanted it more and just took it out his hands.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the other fumble, I mean, I think 9 out of 10 quarterbacks would have fumbled on that blindside hit.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to leave him for that. They said we had 4 turnovers. I don't remember the other one. Those are the only 3 I remember, but they said we had 4. If someone else remembers the other one in the chat, let us know. But I don't remember the 4th one.
Now let's talk about our man. Where's he at on my list? Boom. Ivan Pace Jr. Man, I am so excited for this young man. I mean, projected to go 4th round, undrafted, UDFA. We grab him.
Yep.
And preseason, just each game, just upping up his game. And he's just on the field all the time. and I'm excited for this. Yet, I mean, there was a couple plays he missed on, but
Yeah.
there was a lot he did not miss on, and I'm all for it. How do you feel about Ivan
Well,
Pace Jr.?
he's an undrafted rookie, so obviously he needs help. He's not going to be perfect. But the one tackle he made, the blocks that he fought through to make that play, was that they showed a great replay of it on TV. I don't know if you saw it in the stadium, but you could see him getting blocked and how he fought through it and saw the running back with and how he made because he is a hitter. So how he made the tackle was pretty impressive. Now, the one area he needs work is pass coverage,
Right.
but they can easily use him and just running plays right now, and they can move Hicks over because Hicks, even though Hicks is old, he's good in pass coverage. He proved that today when he knocked down that pass. So I mean, but no, I said earlier that I think all the rookies played well today.
Yeah, Blackman. Oh,
yep.
He was playing awesome.
I saw Blackman change his number. Like, well, since when has Rager played defense? I'm like, I thought he was 21 or 20 something. 41. Yeah, I was like, what did he do? But I guess that's the number he wore at Southern Cal. So
nice.
But no, I think all the rookies played well. But no, I think Asamoah and Agent Zero here are going to be awesome a couple years from now. Yeah. I think a lot of people have to give Kwesi crap because his first draft class was terrible. So far, he's been not very good between Ingram and Scene and all that. But this year's class seems to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
So, but Evans played well too.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, our defense, I don't feel lost that game.
No. Except, and I said this on the One Bar Olympic show earlier, I don't care who the coach is. I don't care what era of Minnesota Vikings football it is, the head coach, the defensive coordinator. I don't care who it is. If it's a 3rd and 10, the Vikings are going to allow 12 yards. I don't get it. You see other teams, it's 3rd and 10. They get the guy past the ball. They get a completion for 8 yards and they tackle him. Boom, 4th down. I don't know why. It's because if they make a stop there, they get the ball back. And with the way they're playing, they probably at least kick a field goal to tie it.
Exactly.
But other than that, I have no qualms with the defense. I think Brian Flores is gonna make this defense. I love the fact, we got burned on a couple plays, but the attack, it's such a contrast from last year.
Yeah.
With the attack, as opposed to, we'll just, let them just do anything they want down the field. And then maybe in the red zone, we might play tighter. No, it's attack all the time. It's attack.
And so when I do my predictions, because of that attack, I'm going to not necessarily say allow like one missed coverage touchdown or
right.
Not saying I want to allow it, but I expect at least one because we're attacking so much to where there might be some type of miscommunication and someone gets beat deep and boom, they score a touchdown. So in my evaluations, I've been allowing one. And since we didn't get one this game, I'm like, okay.
Well, that's why I said I actually had the Bucs score right. I said 31-20. Because I knew there'd be some plays where the Bucs got us because their quarterback is trash, but their receivers, they probably got a top 5 receiver group. So I knew the receivers would probably get us at least on a couple of plays. I just didn't realize because if the Vikings don't turn the ball over, it probably is a 31-20 game. So, it's their defense. I'm excited for this defense. It's definitely not going to be 31st defense this year.
No, not at all.
So, which means we might lose Beeflo. So
I don't know, man.
Because I don't. Well, all the coaches that were quote unquote on the hot seat, I think most of them won.
Yeah.
Like the Kevin Stefanski blew out the Bengals. So
I wonder if Metellus' contract extension has anything to do with B-Flow saying, you know what, I'm going to be here 2 years, you know, let's turn this thing around and we go from there. I don't know if it's like some side deal, but we never know. He might get offered the Patriots job and and he
yeah.
won't turn it down.
Well, according to CBS Sports, it's not Metellus, it's Medalist.
Oh, really?
Oh God. Yeah. Oh, there's Medalist making a play. Oh,
Oh.
Josh. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, what up, Tori? Hey.
Yeah. What's up, Tori? Yeah. I'm like, at least you guys do like a whole week of rehearsal. You talk to the players. He had to tell you that's not how you say his name. That's not how you say his name. Guys, it was yeah. Especially Matt Ryan, you should know how to say his name. Especially, you know, that was having Matt Ryan in the booth was interesting. Though he offers a different perspective. You know, having that quarterback in the booth offers a different perspective. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Hey, I threw up the link, so if anybody wants to jump in and get up, get some of their vent and frustrations off the line, just let us know. Come tap in with us.
Yeah. Let's talk about JA.
Oh man, I'm excited for him as well. Man,
he's small. He's got to get some meat on his bones, but he is so shifty and he is so quick.
Oh, here we go. What up, Tori? How you feeling?
Man, I'm a little disappointed.
I feel you.
But I felt like we were gonna lose that game going in because we didn't know much about how the Tampa Bay is gonna be, you know. So, but our defense played better, a lot better. We didn't settle at all. I think on defense.
I love it.
Yeah, I knew Tampa's defense was going to be okay. It was their offense I wasn't worried about because their quarterback is awful. So what did you think about Madison? Do you think we missed Cook at all?
Yeah, I think we missed Cook.
Okay.
Because he could. I mean, there were some things that Madison he could have done a lot better. He could have made some more better reads or make some guys miss. But that one touchdown that he did, that was pretty good. I was already jumping up like, I knew it.
Yeah, see, I don't think Cook makes that touchdown. I think Cook just goes down.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think Cook would have made it look a lot easier too. It could have go both ways. So,
yeah.
But
yeah, I agree with your defense. The constant attack that B-Flow does.
I like B-Flow,
as opposed to last year with Donashell. It's night and day.
Yeah, we would have sat back, let them do whatever they wanted. It would have been very horrible. They probably would have had over 400 yards of total yards.
Yeah, that's the thing. Baker only threw for 178 yards.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad. Our defense, our tackling could have been better though, I think.
Yeah, it's just when he made the plays.
Yeah.
Hey, and so for those that don't know, my man Tori here is a linebacker machine. So we're gonna have to get your thoughts on Ivan Pace. How you feel about him?
He showed up in places, but he showed up as a rookie, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There was some things that he let those linemen just engaged and let them like wall them off. There was one in particular that he came off of late, but other than that, he played good. He's fast, man. He can run with those running backs and those wide receivers. But I think the other one, what's the linebacker? 58.
Hicks.
Oh, Hicks.
He did good, but they were blitzing him a lot more than I thought they were going to do. So.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that veteran. Hicks has been around. He knows. Like he made a great play on that pass deflection.
He
had.
Yeah.
So I mean, he may be old, and a lot of people may not like him, but is he as good as Kendricks? I don't know, but I think we're kind of biased towards Kendricks because he was here for so long.
Yeah, he flourished under Zimmer's defense.
Yeah,
he let Zimmer can do whatever you want in Zimmer, but in last year and this, or even for the Chargers, I was watching the Chargers. He doesn't look good in the 3-4 at all.
Yeah,
he's better in the 4-3. So yeah. And Martellus, they started him out in one of the linebackers. I'm like, what's going on here? But he was all over the place too. So
yeah, I used to live in Florida, so I know Brian Flores. Well, he does use big safeties as a linebacker sometimes.
Yeah.
But so yeah, remember Tori, if you watch the broadcast, it's Metellus, not Metellus.
Medalist? Is it? That's what it's
yeah, they kept calling him Metellist as his last name.
Yeah, they said it a couple times. I'm like, medalist, and then
I'm like, who are they talking about? Did he win a gold medal in the Olympics or something?
Right.
Medalist or something? But yeah.
Oh man.
So any predictions for Thursday, Tori?
It's gonna be a hard game on Thursday, I think. If we can't even get Baker Mayfield down, like even when he did the, swooping underneath, I can only imagine if we can't keep Hurts in the pocket. But I think we'll be doing good. I mean, they like the who they play against, whoever they were playing against, they were getting after him after.
Patriots.
Patriots. There you go. Patriots. Yeah, they're putting some pressure on them.
Well, that's kind of the same defense that Bifo plays.
Yeah, it's true.
So, and we do last year, the Vikings really didn't have anybody who could spy Hurts. They do this year.
No, yeah. I mean, we need to spy a lot this next. That's for sure. So
cool. Well, thank you for
I think we'll win. I think we can win.
All right.
It's going to be a tough game.
All right. Hey, y'all heard it here first. He's going to give the Vikings a W on Thursday night. And if they don't,
and we get
you know what though, it would be the most Viking thing ever. You lose to a crappy Bucs team and then you beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, a real good bounce back. So, and we got that coming off of inactive too. So I'm hoping that helps too because we're missing that element on the other side. Hunter, I think.
Yeah, I love Wanham because he went to my alma mater, but he was
missing a lot of keys. Yeah. He was it was like, oh, let's let him run up the back of the field and just go right around him or right underneath him.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know is like once you get quarterback deep, that's when you stop and then you wall that off. So hopefully the other guy, Davenport can do better. So yeah.
Well, that's why they signed him. So we'll see.
Yeah. Let's get them pressures. All right, Tori, thank you for tapping in with my dog.
Yes, awesome meeting you.
Yeah,
all right.
Nice meeting you.
Let's see here. Hey, Darian. Boom.
So to answer SKOL'd for last question, the Lions did not win that game. The Chiefs lost it. So I have with the Lions, as you can probably tell from my beard, I'm advanced in years. I graduated high school in 1993. That was the last time the Lions won the division. Even when the Lions are good, they always find a way to be the Lions. So until I see otherwise, I am not afraid of the Lions. The Packers, before they had Favre and before they had Rodgers, they were pretty much the worst team in the league from like 78 until like 1992 when they got Brett Favre. So, and everybody keeps, and they played the Bears today. The Bears are awful. So it's a wait and see. Jordan Love's stats were not very good today.
Hey, D-Money, how you feeling today?
To answer your question.
Feeling, so I was angry at first. I'm not going to lie to you. Actually, at Gridiron Bullies, who you have under me is like one of my things on Twitter, like the spaces I have on Twitter. So I kind of voiced like my anger earlier. I'm fine now. I'm calm. So
I'm the same way, man. I dropped when I went on earlier on another Viking show. I jumped I
I had
dropped
to get
F
some. I
bombs.
had to drink some
So
acceptance. So
Yeah, I don't think if I wouldn't have took my nap I took, I
uh,
think I would have been a little more angry right now.
so I think more so for me, I'm not so upset about the loss more than how we lost. I think I'm more so irritated that people, like I said in the chat, people are making so many excuses for Kirk, and I'm like, fam, like he's 30, what, 34, 35.
35.
35.
He's 35 years old, man. These excuses do not work for a quarterback his age. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Um, I understand the big yardage he had, but a lot of that was a lot of yak yards. Uh, the some of the decisions that he made really killed us today. So it was just like I just don't understand why people continue to like, oh well, he needs a defense. He had it today. Um, he had an offense. So I'm like, he has all the weapons that he needs. Jordan Addison was great today. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
Justin Jefferson was, Justin Jefferson is him. Um, if we run Madison more than 11 times, I mean, I don't know, maybe we're better. But
No,
Now do you put that on KOC or more Kirk Cousins? Because for
I
me, I
mean,
put that on KOC.
yeah,
KOC, I do put some of the blame on him, but a lot of like, okay, the quarterback, or JJ not getting the ball in the second half, I don't
Yeah.
put that on KOC. I put that on Kirk Cousins. 'Cause he's the one that's making decisions of who to throw the ball to. I can only give you the play. You know what I mean? So, dealing with that, like I said, the defense did well. Like you were just talking about Ivan Pace, man. Ivan Pace, oh my God. I mean, it's so great we got him undrafted. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
for the cheap. Um,
yeah, he was a steal,
I was
yes, very much
predicting we
so.
were going to grab him in the fourth, and
Yeah,
for
which would
him
have
to
been
yeah,
go,
fine. Like I
yeah,
don't think
yeah.
people would have complained about that.
No, they wouldn't have. But I'm
Yeah.
glad we got him where we did.
exactly.
But I don't know. For me, I'm more so tired of just the leftovers from everyone else. I'm like, yo, can I have a quarterback of our own? I know we tried this before with somebody we won't name for Florida State, but I just
You know
the
what's
whole
weird
fun.
though. What's weird though is he had that great year where he led us to the
Hmm.
playoffs, and if he
Hmm.
doesn't get hurt, they probably beat the Packers in that game. But we had to start
Yeah.
Joe Webb, which I love. I don't get me wrong, I love Joe Webb. I love what Joe Webb could do, but him starting in the playoff was just
No,
awful. But
very
but
bad.
that seems to be the Vikings thing is they get a quarterback. He has one great year,
Hmm.
and and after that he's just kind of see the problem with
Yeah.
see the thing about Kirk Cousins is the Vikings quarterback history is not good. He is probably the third best quarterback in Vikings history
Hmm.
behind Tarkington and Kramer. And the only reason I don't put Culpepper in front of him is because Kirk has done it longer. If
Hmm.
Culpepper did it longer, I'd put Culpepper ahead of him. The Culpepper, if he never got hurt, he probably would have been the second greatest Viking quarterback of all time.
Hmm.
So you brought
But
up Florida State. Are you thinking Jordan Travis?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
oh, speaking of
Hey,
Florida
listen,
State,
I
Yogi.
am a
Oh,
I am a Gator. I am a Gator fan. So no, we don't like
Oh,
oh
Florida
okay.
gosh.
Gators over here. Um, but I mean,
Uh,
for sure, it's just like I just see a lot of folks trying to make excuses. I
Well,
understand the whole thing with Ed Ingram possibly causing the fumble.
well, he
Okay,
didn't
because
possibly. He did.
he did, but
Yeah.
the thing with the other one, that the strip sack that he had, I don't care if you do like a Peyton Manning, like where you just fall. Just don't be the reason that there's a turnover. You know what I mean? Like throw the ball away. There's just certain like a sense of things that I feel like he should have for him playing quarterback this long, but we continue to make excuses for him. You can
I
tell me
mean,
if I'm wrong.
I know like I said, I've been accused. Sarah, I don't you guys know Sarah in the chats all the time. She hates no matter everything's Kirk Cousins' fault. I'm not like that. That's why I'm accused of being a Kirk Cousins lover. I understand that Kirk Cousins is in the NFL quarterback echelon. He's not
Mhm.
an Allen. He's not a Mahomes. He's not a Herbert. He's not a Burrow. But there's quarterbacks out there that he's better than. You
Yeah.
know, like people say he's a Dak Prescott. I think he's better than Dak Prescott because he doesn't throw 17, 18 interceptions every year like Dak Prescott does. But
He's
there's
looking
certain
pretty
things
good right
that
now.
Kirk Cousins needs, and he has a defense line. It looks like he's going to have a defense this year. He's definitely got the weapons. But as I said earlier, the interior offensive line is an albatross for the Vikings right now.
Yes.
Kirk Cousins is not a quarterback who could survive with a bad interior offensive line because you can bring pressure from the sides. Most quarterbacks can handle pressures from the sides. They step up, they move to the left, they move to. But even Tom Brady will say he hated pressure up the middle. It's up the pressure middle that really affects quarterbacks. And as much as I like Kirk, like I say, I've been a Vikings fan for a long time. I understand where he is. He needs help in the middle. He doesn't have that right now. So I don't know. I don't know if that's making an excuse for him. You can if you're not because he's not. The one thing I will say is that he is faster than he thinks he is, and that other people think he is. So he is good enough to be a mobile quarterback, and he could be the play that Baker Mayfield made. Kirk can do that. He's just got to make in his mind. He's got to make that play. I don't think he thinks he can do that, but he's
Yeah,
athletic enough to do that. He just doesn't.
Yeah, I like what Zed, Zed put up. Kirk needs to pay for a better line than you. Damn
He's
right.
definitely got
Hey.
he's got the cash flow. He's got the
Hey,
bag to do it.
that $28 million in dead cap. Let us use that to get you some O-line help, Kirk. How about
well,
that?
I will say this because I know Kirk is probably more than likely, this is expiration date. He's probably gonna be gone next year. Especially, I mean, since we have the highest paid tight end
I'm
right
not
now,
I'm
and
not
we've had
fully
to pay
positive on
JJ.
that, but
I mean, we had to pay JJ, and I don't see us paying JJ and paying Kurt. Especially, I don't
well,
see Kurt paying.
Now,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
you brought it up. So
I,
JJ's not that doesn't want to talk about extensions until after the seasons. Do you think he's waiting to see what happens with Kirk? And
I,
if we
I
don't extend Kirk, he might want to go somewhere else.
that's what I heard. I heard from an NFL insider that he wants to know what's going on with Kirk's contract because they said he likes playing. Although some of his reactions today, I don't know. They said he likes playing with Kirk. That he wants Kirk to be his quarterback, is what I heard. So he wants to find out what's going on with Kirk. But to me,
Uh,
when you have someone like JJ, I can throw him the damn ball and he can get 1,000 yards. So I don't know, but
I mean,
that's what I heard.
rumors
I
are
don't know if it's true
rumors.
or not,
Rumors are rumors
but
till it happens.
I
So,
Right.
know. But
um,
that
What
could
up,
be one
Tony
reason.
Bell?
That
I
could be
also
one
think
reason
Justin.
why.
I also think Justin Jefferson is a very smart person.
Yeah.
So if he's looking at the quarterback lineup for next year, I think he'll be okay. I'm
Well,
just saying.
here's the thing, though. I mean, with Kirk as our quarterbacks, unless he gets hurt, the Vikings really aren't going to be in a position to get one of those players. So my question is
You sure?
Quasi this? Oh, they're not going to
The
be not
what
to
the
get one of the
reason the
top.
reason I asked that because I'm pretty sure it's about a good 10 guys that are going to be available that I've seen. You know,
Right.
I think this quarterback class might be one of the best quarterback classes we've had in a very long time. And
Well,
I don't think everybody needs a quarterback. You know what I
2003,
mean?
83, and I think 57 were considered the best three quarterbacks classes. So this could be one. But
Hmm.
if the Vikings, like I said, we don't know how the season's going to go. If the Vikings win a division, like they can't, like they have the talent to, they're not going to be in a position to get one of those quarterbacks. So my question would be, if they do win a division, and let's say they win a playoff game, okay, and that's as far as they go, does Quasi have enough gumption to trade first round picks for the next couple years and maybe a second to move up to get Caleb Williams, to get Drake, to get Penix, to get one of those guys.
I'll say this. The way that Green Bay looked today, and I'm not so crazy about the Lions. I think whatever. I 91 still sticks in my head as of today until they prove different. Whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, if all that happens for me, I feel like Kirk needs to get us to an NFC Championship. Otherwise, it's still going to be the same thing. Um, I feel like that's the only way you keep him. I don't think winning a playoff game is enough. He's done that already.
Right.
He's been in this system. This is second year in this system. This is like the first time that he's had a consistent offensive coordinator. You know what I mean?
Well, it
It's
didn't look
like,
good
okay,
today.
you have the weapons around you. You know what I'm saying? You have the weapons
Yeah.
around you. And if the defense does progress the way that we envision it progressing, I mean, you essentially don't have any excuse. You know what I mean? So,
No, I
nah,
get that. I think this with the defense that we saw today, I think this is definitely going to be at least middle of the league defense. I'm talking 14, 15, 16.
way better than
somewhere in
last
there.
year.
Yeah. And you're right though. If get to the NFC champ, well, this is the year to do it in the NFC because San Francisco looked good today. I mean, Green Bay looked good today, but they were playing the Bears, so we don't really know how good Green Bay is. Jordan Love still didn't look that great. It was more of the defense, and how bad Justin Fields is. I'm sorry, I don't know what people see in him. He looks awful.
He's an Ohio State guy. I don't understand.
Ohio State quarterbacks are awful. They are awful.
Traditionally, they are traditionally bad.
Yeah.
Oh, they're traditionally bad. I think the only good one they had was Art Schlichter, and he was better at gambling than he actually was at playing quarterback. So,
And if you look at our offensive line that the Texans have, CJ's probably going down the same route. So,
oh yeah,
I don't know.
For my wife's sake, she's a Texans fan. For my wife's sake, I hope CJ Stroud turns out because she's looking for a new team. I'm like, you can't switch teams just because yours sucks.
Hey, we got Tony Bell in the building. We got D Money in the building, and we got D Woods in the building. So,
I got a question for you guys. Did you
What
guys
up, Tony?
What's up, D? Did you guys cover the offensive line play today?
Yeah,
we hit on it. I think our tackles are fine. I said earlier the interior is an albatross.
It's especially at Ingram. I don't know how anybody can regress as much as he has. And then
Hey, what school did he go to, by the way?
LSU.
Hey,
Want to explain that one, Yogi?
Leave me alone.
I think they know for their receivers.
Hey. I'm an LSU fan starting this year.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, you ain't off the hook yet, so. I don't know what it is. Well, now we don't know how bad Bradbury is now. Where does coaching come into this?
Thank you, Tony.
Since the great Sperano, we really haven't had a good offensive line coach.
Sperano sucked, dude.
Well, the offensive line was not that bad when he was here, though. Compared to
it wasn't bad, but he was a jerk too. But God rest his soul.
But we need a jerk.
Yeah,
we do. We're too soft. We're too nice. We are.
That comes from college. That comes from college too, because I was watching a college broadcast, and one of the old school offensive linemen who does college games was saying he's like the NFL is what's going on in college is starting to go on in the NFL. These offensive linemen are not as tough as they used to be.
Yes,
they
true.
With the offenses they run in college and how they treat them now. They treat them with kid gloves. They criticize them, but they do it in a nice way. They don't get in their face. They don't do the old Woody Hayes where they pull their face mask and get in their face and say, "What are you doing?" He's like, they don't do tough love anymore. They don't
even do that in high school.
Yeah. So he's like, and that's one of the issues they're seeing. You have people who just have insane, immense talent like Darrisaw who don't, who are just great, but
they're great, but they're not the toughest. I mean, if it comes to like bare bones, strength on strength, mano a mano, they get beat.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
looking
no
at
Larry Allen's in the league right now.
Yeah, I'm watching this Giants game, and the Cowboys are all over that offensive line.
Yeah, they all over the place, man.
Hey,
So
D
they're
Woods,
doing to the
how
Giants.
you feel about KOC's play calling? Because me,
Man, you know what, Yogi?
I got
like
a lot of questions with that.
like I know my boy Tony, man, you know, probably feel the same way, because one thing I like about Tony is he honest, and he don't care what nobody say about his, you know, his comments or whatever. Not like, I admire that. I feel like this though. If you look at a lot of these channels out there, it's so easy to sit there and talk about Kirk Cousins for a long time. We know what he is. Let's talk about play calling.
Yeah.
Let's talk about why you 3rd and 2 and you got your quarterback dropping back on a long developing play and you get your quarterback hit and now you go 3 and out. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how the offense disappeared again in the middle of the game, just like they did last year. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you made your defense become bad at the end of the game because you kept them on a goddamn field so fucking long.
You put
Let's
them
be real.
As an head coach, as an offensive coordinator. KOC made the biggest mistake of all you could with a young defense. You put them in a spot
Exactly.
to basically have to win the game again.
You gassed them. You gassed them. You keep going 3 and out. And look, and I gotta say this too though. Where was the running game?
What? Did you notice we started running the ball pretty well? KOC abandoned it really quick without a rhyme or reason. He just started throwing the ball again.
He started throwing the ball like it becomes cute. I know you want to see the Justin Jefferson plays down the field or whatever it is, but at the end of the day, you got to control the trenches. You got to control the game. You got to run the ball consistently, and KOC doesn't want to do that. He
doesn't like to
17
run.
carries, I think.
Yeah. He doesn't like to run
yards.
the ball. He doesn't. I've never understood, and maybe it's the new offensive coordinators from modern football. They don't like to run the football.
we got Tori back in the building with us.
They don't.
Gotta join. I gotta.
You gotta run. I mean,
you have to
at least
you
20, 25, at least 20, 25 times you have to.
Okay, and I'm going to be the first.
If you want the play action too to work.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
When it comes to play action, when it comes to play action, Kirko is the key.
Good. Weren't we told play action was his strong point?
Yeah,
but we ain't doing it.
But we ain't doing it.
We ain't doing it. And that's what I'm saying though. And that's what I'm saying though, fellas. At the end of the day, we can sit there and we can blame Kirk Cousins. We can blame the offensive line. KOC knows what he has. You have to develop plays that's going to make it easier for your team. Stop with these long development plays that the offensive line has to hold their blocks for a long time.
And remember,
and then you got free rushers going through the A gap, and then you don't even leave a running back in to help Kirk Cousins, on the block. Just getting them blasted.
With all due respect, they did try to keep CJ Ham in, but Ed Ingram was just letting people run by. So it
didn't work either.
Ed Ingram was so bad. Ed Ingram was so bad today, he made Brian O'Neill look bad.
Oh, God, yes.
Which is hard to do.
By the way, is that the new helmets that certain linemen are wearing? Because it looks like this space-age egg-shaped helmet. It looks bad. But on him, it made him look really bad.
Because he kept being on camera making all them bonehead plays, man.
But my question is, okay, if you're only going to run 17 times, why'd you sign Oliver?
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have signed an offensive lineman.
Why did you keep Ham, which I've been asking for the last 2 years? Why did you keep him if you're not going to run the ball?
And he wasn't catching anything.
And he wasn't catching any passes.
No.
I just think at the end of the day, fellas, we've been sold a fraud, and now we're starting to see it because now there's tape from last year of what KOC likes to do, and defenses is just going to, counter
all the teams.
They're going to just rush.
He can't adjust.
They're going to send more than 5.
Exactly.
And also keep in mind, KOC, if he was such an offensive genius, he never called plays before he came
with
to
LA.
plays.
Exactly.
No. He never called plays in any team.
There ain't nobody calling plays in LA but McVay.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
right. But he never even called plays wherever he was.
Look at what McVay did today. He got a bunch of second string wide receivers outplayed Seattle, and Seattle was supposed to have a good defense.
Yeah, didn't they have some? I don't even know some
Yeah.
guy's name. He sounded like he's from
Yeah.
another country.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Tutu Atwell. Yeah,
Stafford,
like
Stafford
Oh,
looked
like-
like he found the fountain of youth today.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
but that's coaching though, fellas. That's coaching,
Yeah.
and that's play
Yeah.
calling. Like that's what I'm saying though. Like I understand like teams are going to do what they're going to do to take JJ away, but you still got Addison, you still got TJ Hawkinson, you still got KJ Osborne, and you still should be able to run the ball. So you really have no
KJ
excuse.
didn't show up though. He did not show up. He
No,
was-
you don't think-
KJ gave up that interception.
Yes,
He
yeah.
gave up the
that's what I
interception.
said.
He
Well,
gave,
yeah,
he gave up the interception.
He did the Rager in the Colt game from last year.
Yes, he
Hey,
did.
he sure
Yes,
did. He sure
Yeah.
did. He sure
He's
did.
the reason why they got that interception at half. That's why Kurt
Yeah.
was pissed.
Right.
He's like, he
Yeah.
should have. If you could read lips, he said he should have sat instead of keep on moving. He was yelling
true.
at his quarterback coach. He was like, he should have sat. He's the
Which
one
is what
that he
Reagan-
ran right into him,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
he was wide open too, and he kept
Yep.
on moving. He was like,
Which
he
is what
moved.
Rager did last year.
Was ready
Yeah,
to do last
the
year.
same thing Rager
Yeah.
did last year
Same
in the
drop
Colts game.
passes.
So here's
So-
here's
Go
here's
ahead,
what's,
Tony.
here's what's probably going to happen. I'm hoping upon all hope that they pull one out in Philly, but I don't think they will. So now you've got early season adversity.
Yeah.
How is this coach and this team going to react to it? I need to see that. I need to see the character of this team because they don't really have a character. They're pretty bland, and even in the pressers are hard to listen to because it sounds like they're reading from a script.
Right.
The one thing I'm
You know?
hoping is that last year, with them getting their asses handed to them last year by the Eagles, that they go into this game differently, motivated, kind of like they did the Packer game week 1 last year.
Yeah.
As a
But
professional athlete, you should need extra
You
motivation.
should be, but does
But
KOC have that in him to get on these guys and tell them, look, we got to go in here and just put it to these guys?
I think,
I think Flores does not.
I was
care.
gonna
Flores
get ready to
does.
say, on the
We know
defensive
Flores
side,
does.
yes.
Yeah, we know Flores
Flores
does.
does.
Yeah.
But the problem is the head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and then I was telling Yogi before we started this, before today, I said if they lose to the Bucs, they have a chance of going 0-3. But that Chargers defense, man.
The Chargers got a good defense.
But
Had a good deal.
I'm not. I don't know. They still have a chance to go 0-3, and if you go 0-3,
They could
They
They
possibly.
might start 1-5. Tell you the truth.
They might be.
Yeah.
They might be 0-5. They might
Because
lose.
it's like-
they go to Carolina and blow that one as a road.
Yeah, and lose
And
that
they're
game.
not. They're not good on the road.
no, they
And
don't.
what we saw today, it doesn't really give me any confidence that they can go in with a game plan consistently and win these games on the road. Like I don't see it.
So
I do not.
I want to
see
ask
it.
you. I want to ask you three guys a question. What do you think about KOC not playing the starters at all in the preseason? How much of an effect do you think that had?
A big
gonna
effect.
I'm gonna let Tony take it first. Yeah.
They need. You need to get at least a couple of series under
Exactly.
your belt instead of going into a game when it counts. Cole, you haven't played with each other at all, and the only time you've ever did it all preseason was in controlled scrimmages,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
joint
I just-
practices.
The
I
joint
just feel
practices,
like-
yeah.
You
I just
need
feel like
more
the-
than that. You need
The
more than that.
anatomy of a player, like you can't force your body to go 0 to 100. That's
Yeah.
how people get.
Yeah.
That's how people get hurt, and it's kind of like too. It's like your like offensive line, for example. Offensive line interior didn't play great, but it'd have been better to see them a couple of series in the preseason to kind of get some continuity or whatever
Yeah,
together.
exactly.
They didn't even do that.
Right.
They're gonna do to you anyways.
Right.
Like,
And D Woods, with our offensive line needing as many reps as they need
As possible.
to get in sync,
Yeah.
they should have been lined up a couple of times, at least a couple of series in preseason to work the kinks out.
Exactly.
Instead, we've got Ed Ingram basically running into Kirk Cousins and stripping the ball from him, and we could have fixed that in preseason.
Did the Bucs defensive guys go, "Hey, thank you"?
I think he looked shocked. He looked
I just feel like-
surprised.
I just feel like at the end of the day, guys, to me, it goes back to like that Packer game when they didn't wear the right cleats. Like KOC is not a dog in the locker room. He's not demanding these players do what they need to do, and he's basically a player's coach being a little too nice to these guys.
They don't-
and
they
and they don't respect it.
They don't fear him.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't. They should.
There should be a little bit of fear. There
Well,
should
'cause
be that.
I
But
think they want to go from the complete
up,
opposite of
Derek?
what Zimmer.
they wanted the complete opposite. of
Right,
Zimmer.
because Zimmer, they were afraid of Zimmer.
Zimmer was old
And-
school.
Yeah.
Zimmer was old school.
man.
Yep, Zimmer was old school.
Oh, they're like, oh, the culture is so much better. Yeah, because you ain't got someone up your ass 24/7.
Well,
But
yeah,
they need that.
and then
Yeah,
and
this
Eric
team needs
Kendricks, Eric Kendricks complained because he didn't say hi to him in the hallway. Really, he didn't say good morning to him. Really, dude?
Yeah.
Bud Grant was here 18 years, never talked to a player. If he did talk to you, it usually meant you were traded or cut. You know, so it's just these, you know. Oh, that's another thing too. How the hell you gonna lose
on Bud
Grant Day in throwback uniforms and play and be that soft? Come on.
What do you guys think about Ivan Pace?
I like him.
You like him too?
I like him.
I'm trying to fix my lighting. I'm sorry, guys. If I'm coming across as dark, I'm sorry. I have all the lights on. I don't know why it's so dark. I think we stole him, to be honest with you.
He was a steal.
He looked like a rookie, but you can see that once he figures it out, he's gonna.
He was nervous.
He was at first game jitters, but once he got out there and he started laying the wood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a different.
So,
once he, that's
so what's going on with Asamoah?
He's being Asamoah. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He didn't even get a snap, did he?
I can't lie. He's just being Asamoah. He's hurt.
Hey, I saw him on the sideline and he had his whole uniform. I was like, man, what are you doing?
Put it this way, you know it's bad when Troy Dye is in on more defensive plays than Asamoah.
Yeah.
You still didn't hear anything about Troy Dye, so he doesn't belong on the time.
By the way, did Lewis Seen play today?
No.
I'm not even sure if he got on special teams.
He was the only safety who did not play it down on special teams.
I saw Metellus out there. Metellus was hitting people.
Lewis Seen did run out for a field goal block, and he wasn't supposed to be on the field.
Okay.
Oh, he was.
What do you guys think about
He tried to sneak on the field.
He's like, I'm going on the field whether you tell me or not, coach.
I'm gonna get this one snap today.
He's like,
get a penalty.
I'm getting the
snap.
Yep. I'm getting a stat. Screw you guys. I'm getting on the stat sheet.
My contract says I need snaps.
Oh my God. Yogi, did you really just say he was out there for? Oh my God.
Oh man, that's wild.
That's like running out for pregame.
Oh man.
Yep, there was 12 men on the field. He ran off the field, and the coaches were like, "Why were you?"
Well, not only
you're not playing today. Get over there and sit down.
Well, basically, not only can he not read the playbook, he can't count either.
Mm-hmm.
I like him too. I'm so disappointed.
I think now it's all psychological. I think so psychological too. Now. He's going through some. It's just the game's probably moving too fast for him, and he needs to slow it down.
What up, Zoe?
I think he's in a hole now because the one person he was supposed to replace had an awesome game and buying him today.
Yeah.
So
I like buying him, and plus Metellus got that extension. So
yeah.
Hey, what you guys think about the corners though?
On that.
You know what?
Post.
Evans showed moments where he looked okay. As a whole, though, they still need. Need some work. They do. They still need. Some work.
Sorry, Byron Murphy. You cannot get trucked by Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah, and then Baker got in his face and he got mad.
You cannot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did. He got trucked. He. I mean, the way Ivan Pace hit him is the way you hit Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
but he got trucked.
He ran over Ivan Pace too a little bit.
He did.
Yeah, he did. We're running out of.
I even tried to give him that forearm. That was
Kirk is bigger than Baker. He can do what Baker does. He just doesn't.
Because he's not.
He's not.
Hey, Kirk feel like this. I'm gonna get hit anyway. I'm just gonna slide.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield is more like an old school quarterback where he doesn't throw the best passes, but when he runs, he likes to run over people. He's like
looking like Joe Cap.
Like Joe Cap.
Yeah.
Only Joe was better at it than he'll ever be. But But yeah. Okay. Was I the only one today who actually felt bad for Kirk because he was getting hit so much?
I did too.
That's a first for me.
The ground, like they said it during the game. He was like that, not only getting the hit, but hitting the ground.
Yeah.
He was getting a shoulder and then boom on the ground. I'm like, oh my God. And that was the first quarter.
And that was Antoine Winfield hitting him. Antoine Winfield Jr.
that win.
Yeah.
who I wanted the Vikings to draft, and they didn't.
And the quarterback show showed how much he actually went. I don't know if you guys watched that on the Netflix documentary, the quarterback show.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
took a lot of
He-
hits.
I'm surprised that he played every
It was
game last
season
year.
2. Season 2 of quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins
So-
get hit again. Season 2, man. Like
The
hey,
sequel.
can we change it up a little bit or what? Like, he was doing the same thing today.
Side.
So
I
I'm
was-
just wondering. I wonder if Quisenberry is good enough to replace Ingram.
I think so.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is.
Okay. 'Cause-
Yeah.
The problem really, besides Ingram, it's Bradbury and the center position. Schlattman's not much better than Bradbury.
No, but he did do good with today.
Yeah, he
Replacing.
did. Yeah,
That's because they stopped lining up on him, went right over to Ed Ingram and started lining up over him. That's the only reason. And
Yeah.
Vita Vea was Vita Vea. I mean, they couldn't block him, and I knew this was going to happen. I just thought it was going to be Bradbury getting blown up. No, it was.
Hey,
It
you know
was
what?
everybody.
Bradbury took himself out the game. He said, "I don't want none of this today."
He's like, "Oh, my back." Oh,
He said, "My back." He said,
Oh, yeah, he's
"I don't want
like-
this today."
Oh God, today's one of them days. I'm out of here. I'm
I'm
done.
having back spasms.
I'm
Oh.
done. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm done.
He said, "I'm done. They ain't about to have no more film on me today.
No,
I'll sit this one out."
no, that 3-year contract ain't worth this. Hell no.
When can they get out of it though?
I'm just
Anytime, it's not guaranteed.
with
It's
how
not.
big Vita Vea is, how fast he is.
Dang, Yogi, what happened?
Oh, hold on. I'll fix it.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Yogi don't know how to work the control panel.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we got Zoe in the building too, y'all.
What up, though?
What up, Zoe?
What up, Zoe?
What up, Zoe? Been watching your shows, man. Really enjoy them.
What up with y'all?
Man, how you feel today, Zoe?
Huh?
How you feeling?
Man, I'm straight.
Well, that makes one of us. Ain't none of us. We all pissed off or something.
I wasn't that bad. It was one of
I just thought the performance was lackluster. That's what did me.
Yeah.
There
It
it
was
was
The
lackluster.
offensive performance. Say it right, Tony. The offensive performance was lackluster.
Thank you, D. The offensive performance was well beyond lackluster.
Yeah.
The offensive line.
They credit.
The offensive line was straight garbage. Straight garbage. The defense, you know what? I look forward to watching them.
They can't get gas though, man. Like them
No.
3 and outs killed them, man.
Yeah, and we're right back to that same play calling. That's another problem. that
Yeah,
had
we
last year.
we definitely gotta run the ball next week. Somehow, some way.
Yeah,
I think
guys aggressive.
I think if this was a loss to the Eagles, we'd be like, okay, we lost to the better
Hey,
team,
man, it's me.
this and that. But
Mhm.
the fact, a loss always matters. But I'm saying you wouldn't be as mad if it was to the Eagles. For me,
No.
I'm saying I wouldn't be as mad if it was against the Eagles or the Chiefs
My
or
shit
team like
tripping.
that. But the fact it was to the Bucs and to Baker Mayfield,
Mhm.
Hold on,
that's-
Yogi, I gotta log off real quick. Hop back on.
And Baker
I'm lacking or something.
Baker Mayfield's 2-0 against the Vikings,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because last year, with he won too.
and he's only scored an average of maybe